Hey everyone, welcome to the update for today, which was July the 15th. It was a Wednesday here in 2026. So, first off, filming this today with a brand new ring light. Yes, talk about fake enthusiasm for something that you probably don't give a rip of care about. Yes. So, what is a ring light? A ring light is one of those things. This was the one that was actually being replaced by the one that's actually standing right in front of me now. And if you're not familiar with what this particular contraption is, basically it is quite literally a light that is in the shape of a ring. And you would be amazed at what lighting does to a video. I mean, it makes a ridiculous amount of difference. For instance, if I were to turn off the ring light, alright, or turn it back on with a different setting, like, hard office lighting, or some industrial, kind of like classroom type of thing. And then kind of the warm one that I like to use. And so it is amazing how much difference that makes. Even, stepping outside of it, you start getting the shadows and kind of weird stuff. When I worked on cruise ships, the photography department, when they would set up those stations to take pictures of people, they always, of course, had the big setup was always about the lighting. And I'm sure you can see why. Anyway, this is a ring light. This is the broken one, or the one that's being replaced. And you can even see my notes for yesterday's video on it still attached. See, I talked about the gym, some stuff I didn't get to, my little spiel about Round Table Pizza and their double play pepperoni thing. Anyway, when I say that oftentimes I have notes attached to my things in these videos, that's quite literally what it looks like. Anyway, this new ring light's a slightly different brand than this one. This is actually the second one of these. And both of them have met the same fate. That's the word that I'm looking for. Believe it or not, the defect on these things, or the breaking point on both of them, is right here. This part, it's a screw that goes into this right here. The thing is, the silver part here is the part that's supposed to be screwing into the gold part here. The gold part here is supposed to remain in this to be the part that the silver part grips into. Well, it gets stuck in there like this. Probably as a result of the fact that you're like turning this around. The golden part the silver part gets stuck into the golden part and will eventually, in both cases, eventually separated and got hopelessly stuck in there where you couldn't get it out. And the thing is, this is the part that holds the phone into this. And this actually failed before filming yesterday's video, but it was kind of, the jokes write themselves. But you get the idea. And now there's a new one of these right behind me. It fell off. Lorena Bobbitt. Anyway, moving on. Let's see. Store. I was working at the store today, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. It was a bagging shift, and honestly, this is actually a one-day week for me. And what I mean by that is, I was off yesterday, going to be off tomorrow, work today. Split days off just kind of happens sometimes in retail. I honestly don't pay it a whole lot of attention because quite often 2 days off for me in a week is kind of a gift anyway. because I'm usually teaching or doing Uber Eats or something during the school year. And so therefore 2 days off in 1 week is actually like a gift. So the split isn't really a big thing. All right, that's kind of what I'm getting at here. Anyway, and actually did mostly bagging today. Did about 30 minutes of carts, and I think I covered a 30-minute lunch on a register, but 7 hours of my day was bagging. And honestly, it was a slow day today. And lots and lots of Instacart orders again. I remember mentioning a week or two ago having a day that was an unusually high number of Instacart orders, or for that matter, delivery service orders. Instacart's just the biggest one. And today was definitely one of those days, like lots and lots and lots and lots of them. So I had that going on. And then, yeah, that's what there is to say about that. Went to the gym afterwards, and then again, because I am very good at offsetting the gym, offset it with a visit to Muchas Gracias, which is this takeout Mexican place that is, from what I understand, just a Northwest regional thing. Let's see. And then afterwards, went home and actually hadn't, again, really done much with any social media stuff in a while. And did a silly little video that actually went on for about an hour. I found a rather, for lack of a better term, dumb video or article regarding retail, and specifically it's all predicated on like an angry tweet or something. They don't even tell us what the upset customer wrote on. If it was a tweet or what. But anyway, you look at the article and it turns out that what they're really complaining about is a government law about self-checkout. But they're raging and furious. And all this clickbait drama crap at the store and at the company. And I think it involves Walmart, if I recall correctly. And it's just dumb. Well, not dumb, but ignorant. And there's a lot to go over and a lot of stuff to build upon in this little article. And so basically I filmed it as a live stream, but really that's simply because it's the only way that I know TikTok, which is the way that I've been filming most of these videos, to do long form stuff. So set it up as a live stream. That being said, I don't even know if anybody actually came in and looked at it, but set it up that way, and then intentionally as now that's going to be something that's going to be put on YouTube, which already has, if you're curious, it's a lot of thoughts and whatnot on retail as a whole. You're not going to get any, particularly drama about my particular company or my location or anything particularly relevant to anything specific to our store, but just about stuff that goes on in the industry in general. And so that's up there if you're curious. I think I called it retail article reaction live stream or something from today's date, which is again July the 15th. If you're interested in checking that out, it is there. If you're curious to hear me talk about a little bit more in depth about retail, and particularly regarding government policy and the disconnect between government policy and popular perception, which plagues retail as well. And I go off on a whole bunch of different tangents, and it's actually kind of fun to do, however pointless it may be. And finally, I went in and caught up my YouTube archive. Again, I mentioned that I was focusing on socials this evening, and I was about a week behind on posting these updates to YouTube. Have them all up there now as well for my archive. Not really trying to create a huge YouTube channel, but just trying to make an archive of all this that hopefully I can check back on at some point and reflect upon. Anyway, have a good one, everyone, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.